Now, the week gone by was a heavy, data-driven and crucial week for the global economy, with several top economies reporting their inflation data for the month of June. Take a look at this next report as we present you with a snapshot of how the world's top economies performed.
Trade uncertainties, geopolitical tensions and market expectations around AI severely impacted consumer sentiment in June. But inflation data provided some relief to consumers in the world's top economies. First up, we decode how the US economy performed on the inflation front. June consumer price index rose by 2.7% year over year, up from 2.4% in May. Monthly inflation ticked up 0.3%, driven by higher energy, food, housing and tariff-impacted sectors like appliances and furniture. Core inflation, excluding food and energy, held steady at 2.9%, and these figures suggest tariff spill-through is beginning to affect consumer prices, reducing the likelihood of an imminent rate cut by the Fed before September. After several months of mild deflation, China's CPI inflation returned to positive territory with a modest 0.1% year-over-year rise. Food prices persist in deflationary territory, but services and urban regions showed stabilization. Factory gate prices, however, continued their sharp decline, suggesting that China's economic recovery may still have a long way to go. India's retail inflation experienced a significant drop in June, plummeting to a 6-year low of 2.1% year over year. This notable easing was primarily driven by a substantial decline in food prices. Key contributors to this food price dip included vegetables, pulses, and meat and fish. The consistent decline in headline inflation is now below the Reserve Bank of India's target for 5 consecutive months and provides considerable room for further monetary easing, according to experts. Tokyo's headline CPI eased to 3.1% in June, down from 3.4% in May, while core inflation remained above the 2% BOJ target. Although utility cost cuts moderated inflation, underlying price pressures persist. Household inflation expectations stayed steady, signaling continued upward price momentum. Inflation cooled to 2% in June from 2.1% in May, aligning with the ECB's inflation target. And this marks the lowest rate since October 2024. Core prices eased modestly, helped by declining energy and food inflation, reinforcing expectations of continued euro area stability. June's inflation landscape presents a mixed picture for the world's 5 largest economies. The US shows rising inflation influenced by energy and tariffs. China edges out of deflation. Japan sustains above target core inflation. Germany hits target with cooling pressure. And India surprises with a 6-year low. Now, central banks face a balancing act, navigating trade-driven inflation while managing growth and labor dynamics. Continued vigilance on consumer prices and policy signals will define the global economic direction in the months ahead. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.